It started with an argument. It wasn't a loud one, no screaming, no slamming doors, but the kind of tense, careful argument where every word is a blade. "Why can't we just go together?" I asked, standing in the kitchen with my car keys in hand. She didn't even look at me. She was pouring coffee into her travel mug like she was in a hurry. "I just need some space," she said quickly. "It's my parents' anniversary party and I want to arrive early to help set up. You can come later with Ethan." I frowned. "We always go together. Why the sudden change?" She glanced at me. Just a quick flick of her eyes, and there was something there. Nervousness? Guilt? I couldn't tell. "Please, just do this for me," she said softly. "Don't make it a big deal." It felt like a big deal, but I let it go. She kissed Ethan on the forehead, told him to behave, and walked out with her purse and keys. Her car started, and I watched from the window as she drove away. Ethan, my 10-year-old, was sitting at the kitchen table, fiddling with a small plastic bag. When I walked over, he quickly stuffed it in his hoodie pocket. "What's that?" I asked. He hesitated. "Nothing, just something I found." I smiled faintly. "All right, buddy. You ready to go?" We got into my car and started the drive. About 15 minutes in, Ethan leaned toward me. His voice dropped to a whisper. "Dad, Mom doesn't know I found this." I glanced at him, one hand still on the wheel. "Found what?" He pulled the small plastic bag from his pocket. Inside was a silver necklace. But not just any necklace. It had a tiny heart-shaped locket, and on the front, engraved in cursive, were the words, "Forever yours." I frowned. "Where did you get this?" "In Mom's purse," he said quietly. "It was in a little box. I saw it when she was looking for her lipstick this morning. I think it's a gift, but I don't think it's for you." I felt my chest tighten. The engraving didn't seem like something my wife would buy for her parents. And if it was for me, why hide it? Why keep it in her purse like it was a secret? "Did you open the locket?" I asked carefully. He nodded. "Yeah, there's a picture inside." I pulled over into a quiet gas station parking lot. My hands were suddenly trembling as I opened the locket. Inside was a tiny, slightly blurry photograph, but I recognized the man instantly. It wasn't me. It was Mark. Mark, her co-worker. The same man she'd been talking about more and more lately. "He's just a friend," she'd say. "You're reading too much into it." The same man whose name she'd accidentally said once when she was half asleep. My vision blurred for a moment. I closed the locket and handed it back to Ethan, trying to keep my voice steady. "Thanks for telling me, buddy," I said. "But let's not mention this to Mom yet, okay?" He nodded, sensing the weight in my tone. We got back on the road, but the silence between us was heavy. Every mile brought me closer to a confrontation I didn't want to have, at least not in front of her family. When we finally pulled up to her parents' house, her car was already parked in the driveway. Through the front window, I could see her, laughing, holding a tray of cupcakes, the perfect daughter in front of her family. I walked inside with Ethan. She greeted me with a kiss on the cheek, her smile bright, her eyes pretending nothing was wrong. The entire party, I watched her. I saw the way her phone would light up and how she'd turn it face down immediately. I saw her step outside to take a call and return with that same flustered look. Near the end of the night, as guests began leaving, I caught her alone in the kitchen. "We need to talk," I said quietly. She stiffened. "About what?" I pulled the locket from my pocket and placed it on the counter between us. Her face drained of colour. "Where did you—" "Ethan found it," I said. And he opened it, her lips parted, but no words came. "It's Mark, isn't it?" I asked, my voice shaking. She stared at me for a long moment, then finally whispered, "Yes." That was it. No excuses, no explanations, just a single word that shattered everything. I looked at her one last time, then turned and walked away, my son following quietly behind me. As we got into the car, Ethan glanced at me. "Dad, are we going home?" I took a deep breath. "No, buddy, not tonight." Because I knew in that moment, nothing about our home would ever be the same again.